Natalie's Hoya Haven. I'm back. One of the things I want to do for 2025 is I want to start taking a lot more pictures of my Hoya and date them. So I've got them later for comparison purposes. So I'm starting some of that process now. And right now I pulled some plants that have new leaves on them and new growth. And I thought, why not just make a video of it and show you what I'm looking at, because it excites me. I'm sure it excites you, or will excite you if you're a Hoya person like I am. So I ended up pulling 14 plants that I did just photograph. So I will be checking them out later in the spring and summer and see how they compare to today. And let me show you my new leaves on my plants. They're all Hoya. Like I said, I have 14. And they are in no particular order. Some of them are some of my favorites. Some I don't care as much about, but they all have new growth. That excites me. So number one that is right in front of me is my Hoya Fusco marginata. As you can see, yeah, of course, we're going to be spilling a little dirt. We have a new leaf. This is a fairly new plant of mine. I actually got it free. And you know what? I'm looking, there's like another node down here that's starting to push out a leaf. I'm actually going to see if I can put something in there to kind of push this up so that it stands up more. I don't want the container to get in the way of the growth in the back. But this was a free plant. I had purchased a plant off of somebody and they gave me a free cutting. And this is the cutting they gave me with these two leaves. It rooted up rather quickly. You can see my roots in there. I've probably only had this plant maybe like 2 months. But it rooted up and now it's pushing out leaves. Yay. So that's my number one plant that I'm showing you today, and that's my Fusco marginata. And there, I think I got it so it stands up a little higher because we want to make sure those leaves grow as well as this leaf. That's my number one plant with new growth on it. Number two plant, and this is a plant that I've had it for a while. It has not put out anything for a while. Well, I must be doing something right. I pulled it out of the grow tent. It's sitting in a west-facing window. And this is my Hoya vitellinoides. And if you can see that, two new leaves popping out at the same time. As well, we've got a pretty long tendril here. This one's actually even higher than the post I have it on. And opportunity for some more leaves right here. But for right now, the fact that I've got two coming out at the same time is amazing. That's my number two plant that is putting out new leaves, and that's the Hoya vitellinoides. Okay, what do we got next? I got some I'm going to save for last. Okay, here's one that excites me. I wanted this plant for a long time. And this is my Hoya Pot of Gold. Hoya Macrophylla Pot of Gold. We got good roots going on here. This is the second pot of gold that I've owned. The first one I bought in wintertime, even though they sent a heat pack. That didn't work out. As soon as I got it out, all the leaves fell off. I had a couple that stayed on for a couple days and then they fell off, and it was like that was the end of the plant. So I was a little leery to buy a second one. However, I did get a second one. I did buy this online. However, the weather was warmer when I did do it. So I can tell now the difference when you have a good specimen of a plant. This one actually rooted up right away. And there's the new leaf right there. There he is. That is my Macrophylla Pot of Gold. All right. What should I show you next? This one, I'll show you this one. This one's been a little bit of a struggle lately. This is my New Guinea ghost. It's kind of like it's either growing like crazy and it's doing really good, or it struggles. It does one or the other. Anyhow, I did happen to look at it. It's finally rooted in. You can see my roots there. And I noticed that I have a little leaf right in here. Now, if you see any of these and you see some like gooey, goopy stuff on them, I'm also got an experiment going on with kiki paste. That's going to be a whole nother video. But I'm trying kiki paste on Hoyas. I want to see, if I can spur some growth. And this is one I felt like it needed that little bit of a boost, not knowing if it's actually even going to work. But that leaf was already on there when I put the kiki paste on it yesterday. But that is my New Guinea ghost. All right, let's see. I've got two I'm going to save for last. I'm going to save the best for last. Okay, next one here. This is my Hoya Meredithii. Excuse me. Again, this is one that has had its fair share of problems. It would do good for a while and then it wouldn't. And I think I've got it starting to figure out. Again, this is one I pulled from the grow tent. Speaking of my grow tent, I think I actually need to get a new light that is not as strong, because I have my light on, and don't ask me what type of light it is. I'm kind of dumb when it comes to that stuff, but it's too bright. Like, we put it on the lowest setting and it's still too bright. And I try to cut down the hours of how many hours it's actually on, but I did watch a recent video of, I believe it was Harley G. Was it Harley G? No, it was Basic Plants. And he said that a lot of his Hoya grow better if the light is a little bit lower. So I think I'm going to be on the hunt for a different grow light than what I have. I really didn't do much research when I got my grow light. It came as a package deal with the tent. I just basically bought the package. But maybe I could repurpose or sell the one I have and get one that is more suited toward Hoya. Anyhow, back to my Meredithii. We have growth here and we have growth here. Pretty good for the first week of February. I also have some of that goopy kiki paste on, which is, like I said, it's an experiment. I'm not taking anything off. Okay. This is my Hoya Meredithii. All right, next one is my Hoya Affinity Fitchii. I've also had this one for a while. This was a really small plant when I got it. I mean, it was probably like 1 or 2 leaves. I don't remember exactly, but it was small. It was part of a big purchase I made of a lot of small Hoya. Some of those small Hoya are actually starting to become bigger Hoya, which I'm very much enjoying. But as you can see, I have new leaf here. I also have a new leaf right here. And this right here is a fairly new leaf as well. So we've got things growing in multiple directions here. That is my Hoya Affinity Fitchii. Next one I got here is my Hoya Obovata Splash. Now, this is probably the least splashiest splash you've ever seen. There actually is a little bit of splash. It's been in high light, so it's actually like a dark pink color. I don't know how well that shows up in the camera. I recently moved it to lower light, but look at the very top. Look at what we got there. We finally got a leaf starting on this one. And down here we also have a new growth point starting. So That is my Hoya Obovata. All right. This one I'm not really crazy about, but I'm going to show you anyway. Because it's a Hoya and it's got new growth. This is my Hoya, and I hope I'm saying it right, moteskei? Moteskei? I don't think it's moteskei. I can't read it real well. It might be moteskei, but it looks like moteskei. I'll put it at the bottom. This was one I got at the Groovy Plant Ranch. The Groovy Plant Ranch doesn't have Hoya like they used to. And it's like a 2-hour drive for us. But so the last time we went down there, I went specifically for Hoya. A little bit disappointed in the selection they had. However, I was already down there. Everything I didn't have was like $12.99 a piece. So I picked up one of everything I didn't have. I wanted to make the trip worth it. So this is one of the ones that I bought. I'm not crazy about it, but again, if I can get it to grow out, it might turn into something completely beautiful. But Hoya moteskei has some new growth going on. So for that, I'm very happy. All right. Next one is my Hoya erythrina. This one I got from Wanna See My Planties out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. This was part of a bundle. Can't wait to make another trip to Kalamazoo. I love Adrienne from Wanna See Your Planties. She gives out good plants at good deals. If you're not afraid to root it up yourself and grow it into a beautiful plant, she'll sell you some cuttings at really good prices. So as you can see, it rooted in, and I have a growth point right here. I also have one here, and there is my leaf right there. Hope you can see it. It's there, trust me. Hoya erythrina. All right. Now here's one I've had forever. As a matter of fact, I have 3 of them because this is one that struggles. This is my Hoya shepherdii. This is probably the best this specimen has looked in quite a long time. Again, it's one of those that they do good for a while, then they don't do good for a while, and then you got to try to figure out what you did wrong. And however, this one is really looking good. This is a new leaf right here. There's another new leaf coming in right here. Right here is my newest leaf. And this one is also a brand new leaf right here. And then if you look at this tendril that's coming out, we've got a very, very, very tiny leaf starting right there. This is looking beautiful. So I've got this in my east-facing window in my back plant room, and it likes it there. So this is going to stay right there. Hoya shepherdii. All right. I'm not counting, but I will get to all of them. Hopefully there'll be 14 by the time I'm done. This is my Hoya Genieva. I'm going to say Genieva, but there's like an extra vowel in there, so I'm thinking it might be pronounced differently. I'm going to call it Genieva. It's Genieva. Again, look at the roots. This one was a small plant for quite a while. And when I put it into one of this clear container right here, it just kind of took off. I mean, this is really a big plant right now. I think what made me pull it out was this little itty bitty leaf on top that I thought was just so cute. So we've got growth. So I may cut this into maybe some more plants. Oh, this is a new leaf too. This is very soft. There's a new leaf. This is also a new leaf. We got 2 new leaves right here and here. There we go. This is Hoya Genieva. All right. Okay. I'm down to the last three. And these are probably my three favorite of what I pulled. Hoya acuta, outer variegated. Looking totally beautiful. Here's what made me pull it for pictures right here. New leaf right there. New leaf right here. I think there might have been some other new ones. Here we go, right here. New leaf right here. Hasn't even hardened off yet. And, oh yeah, that's the same vine too. Yep. So, my acuta, I have the outer variegated as well as the inner variegated. I'm just because I love to brag about my plants, I'm going to show you both of them. Now, I haven't seen any growth on my inner variegated yet this spring. This one's, I don't know, this one's kind of, it's beautiful, but it doesn't, it grows kind of weird and it doesn't, it's hard to put out new growth. But it is looking good. There's my outer variegated, there's my inner variegated. So, but my outer variegated is the one that is currently pushing out new leaves. So that's why we're featuring this one. 2 plants left. All right. Okay. I'm going to go with this one next. Very, very tall plant. First of all, I'm going to show you my roots. Beautiful, huh? That's why I love clear containers. You can see what's going on. This is my Hoya Imperialis. And as you can see, it's gotten kind of tall. And if we pull it in a little closer, we've got 2 new leaves here, 2 new leaves here, and we got some more starting up at the top. This one is in my last 2 of my favorites because of the flower it puts out. This one has never flowered for me, and I wished all last year it would. It never did. But now it's like February and pushing out growth already. So I'm thinking maybe this is the year it's going to flower for me. Here's a picture of what Imperialis flower looks like. So I don't have that many Hoya that have the real large flowers. This is probably the largest I have. I did buy an undulata that died before it did a thing. So I was hoping for that one too. But so I got all my bets on my Imperialis for going to be my largest bloom on a Hoya. So wish me luck. If it does bloom, you can bet there's going to be a video on it. Okay, that leaves one left. God, let me get my Imperialis out of the way. One left. This is one I just got not too long ago. Again, from Adrienne from Want to See Your Planties out of Kalamazoo, Michigan. And this is one I was actually scared to purchase because I've heard they're really slow to grow and I heard they're really hard to grow. But she had a bigger plant for sale. It was kind of a good deal. I think it was $40. I don't remember. I want to say $40. And because it was a bigger plant, I thought, okay, I wanted this one for a while. I don't think I'm going to do a little one because I've heard of how tough it can be. I'm just going to get the bigger plant. It might have been $60. It was $40 or $60. Anyway, this is Hoya thomsonii Splash. Now, I really just wanted a thomsonii, but she had Splash, and I'm like, okay, that's great. Here it is. Now, mind you, I just got this in the fall, like before the cold set in, basically. I want to say like maybe October or so. If I could be off a little, but around about that time. It has put out this whole entire strand. We've got 2 more leaves coming in at the top. It has put this strand out with these 4 leaves plus another 2 coming in. And then it has also put out, oh wait, is that the one I showed? Okay. There's 2 leaves here with 2 more coming in. There's all of these with 2 more coming in. And then there's this one that has already put out 4 and has 2 more coming in. Just since October. Now, this one does like the highlight of the grow tent. It's on the top shelf. It's getting all the light. It's getting all the humidity. And it's asking for more. Like, it's doing great. So that's exactly where it's going to stay. I'm not going to do anything different than what I'm already doing. But I was just kind of amazed that so many people have had a hard time with this. And it seems to be just doing great for me. So fingers crossed on that one too. So that, my friends, is my 14 Hoya that currently have new leaves coming out. And then we're going to revisit this in a couple months down the road and see how these plants are doing. So I'll see you on the next video. Please don't forget to share and subscribe and give me a thumbs up. Do all that stuff. I really enjoy showing my Hoya off. I really enjoy showing off my plants. So I'll see you on the next video. Bye.